Hey, what's up, Facebook fans, friends, and family? It's Nick Sarnicola. I'm coming to you from my rooftop in Miami. Very happy to be back home in Miami. It's been about 2 weeks since I've been home. I'll give you guys a quick view. It's the downtown. That's the pool. It's South Beach down there, Star Island over there, Hibiscus Island over there. That's my neighbor over there. My neighbor with his little itty bitty boat next to his very large boat. And that's me right here. So I'm glad you guys are all joining me. Thank you so much for logging in. Let's dive immediately in. I just had an interesting conversation that triggered my desire to do the Facebook Live right now. So I did an interview for my personal brand manager. Did the interview at my house. And it's a different type of hiring process because I'm not hiring for Visalis, a corporate role. It's hiring for my personal brand, and it's an apprentice role, which means he's very highly qualified, and he's going to take a low wage in exchange for extreme mentorship. And he's a business owner. He's a successful guy. And fast forward, I said to him, I said, look, this is going to be about value exchange, right? So I understand the value that you're going to bring. You're going to work on video. You're going to work on graphic. You're going to work on web, etc. And you're going to project manage all of that and so on and so forth. But I need to be clear on your expectations of me. I need to be clear on what value you want exchange from me to you. And we started talking about it. I said, what are the things that are going to be most important to you? So that way, when you're done with this project in a year, you feel like you got 10 times more than you gave. And, we listed a couple things. And finally he said, I want to learn what your t-shirt says. And I didn't realize I was wearing the t-shirt, but I was wearing the t-shirt that says, today I beat the system. Let me give you some backstory on this quote, and then I'm going to bring this story back full circle. So how this quote came to be, which is today I beat the system, is when I was 23 years old, living in Huntington Beach, California. I was making, at 22, I was making about 10 grand a month. And I lived 3 houses from the beach. And every day I would walk down to the water Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. And I would touch my toes in the water and I'd say, today I beat the system Monday. Today I beat the system Tuesday, Wednesday. You could look to the left and you could look to the right and you could see for miles, and there was literally nobody there. Where was everybody at? They were all at work. And I was working my ass off. I was working, let's say, 16 hours a day, quote unquote, but I was free. I was an entrepreneur. I was free. And the thing about entrepreneurship is we're always working, but we're never working. We're always working, but we're never working. But we're free. We're free to choose who, we're free to choose where, and we're free to choose when. So back full circle, I'm telling the gentleman, he looks at me and says, I want to know how to do what that t-shirt says. By the way, if you're just joining us, thank you so much for joining us. Please, hey, if you're enjoying the topic of becoming a free entrepreneur and you want some, you want some value there, go ahead and share this video. When we're done, get it out there to your network because there's not enough positive conversations that are stimulating in the newsfeed these days. So, or drop some likes, drop some comments, tell me where you're logging in from, etc. So, I said to him, let me share with you how you beat the system. First of all, you must be an entrepreneur, and you have to be able to have no financial ceiling. You have to be able to have no financial ceiling. That's one way to beat the system. Number 2 is you have to be able to never feel like you're working. See, we always work, us entrepreneurs. The funny quote about entrepreneurship is we say, hey, you get to build your own schedule as an entrepreneur. You just have to choose whatever 18 hours a day that you want to work, right? So just choose the 18 hours. But the crazy part is we always work, but if you're really enjoying and loving entrepreneurship, you're never working. If you're loving what you do, you're never working. So if you're an entrepreneur right now and you're just hating the process of what you're doing, you need to switch business models. If you own a restaurant and you just despise showing up, you got to switch business models, right? But if you're in a business where it never feels like work, then you've beat the system. You need two things, though. Some of you guys might say, well, I love my job. I love it to death. Well, that just means you're passionate about it, but you didn't beat the system. And the reason why I say that is, if you have a limit to how much income you can earn, and you don't have the freedom of when, where, and who, then you did not beat the system. Beating the system is having the unlimited income potential that you can dial it up or dial it down based on your contribution, your focus, your work. And then number two, beating the system is the ability to choose who, when, and where. So for example, last weekend I chose Rimini, Italy to meet with 700 wild, crazy Italians. A bunch of them I see logging on right now. Welcome, Italia. And Va Italia. Glad to have you guys. And the group of people there was amazing. They were heartfelt. They were passionate. They were enthusiastic. And it never felt like work for a moment. Not a moment. Not a second. Right? Before that, I was in Los Angeles. And I was at our LA office. And I was meeting with our staff. I was doing marketing meetings and sales meetings and product meetings and investor meetings and creative meetings and business dev meetings. And it was all day meetings. But I never felt like I was working. Today I'm working from home in Miami. And I have been on endless calls, emails, and texts since about 6 a.m. I did an interview today. And guess what? It doesn't feel like work. Bottom line is, if you want to beat the system, how many guys want to beat the system? Give me the date of your goal of beating the system in the comments below. Sound off. What date are you going to beat the system in the comments below? Sound off. Light it up. If you truly want to beat the system, you have to, number one, find a business model with unlimited income potential. Number two, you have to be able to choose when, where, and who. And number three is it can never feel like work. Because a lot of you guys are entrepreneurs, but you didn't beat the system because it still feels like work. A lot of you guys love your job. You love it. You're passionate about it. But you didn't beat the system because you don't get to control the who and the when and the where, and you have a financial limitation. So this was just a quick message because of the interview I just did and their question about the t-shirts. And I just know that I want to help as many people as I want to spend the rest of my life helping people beat the system. I want to spend the rest of my life helping people beat the system, helping people have choice, helping people be free, helping people choose when they pick their kids up, helping people choose when they have dinner, helping people choose what cities they work in, helping people choose who they work with, and allowing them to have unlimited income potential should they have the work ethic, the skill set, the drive, the hunger, the passion to go after it and make it happen. Do me a favor, tell me the number one thing that you took away from this video. I'm a strong believer, and it's not enough to just try to remember everything. You never will. It's not enough to just show up and let the video play, because what impact did it have? What's the number one thing you took from this video? Give me one thing that you're going to hit. You're going to log out this video and go, that's the thing I needed to hear. That one thing. And the biggest thing you could do for me if you were impacted, the most important thing you can do for me if you were impacted, share the video. Share the video. There's so much, two things. There's so much garbage on social media today. Just negativity, negativity, negativity. Number two is there's 10 times more averageness on social media. Like, if you want a lesson on how to be average, just look at your news feed. Who the Pistons won, or LeBron James stinks, or I had a bad day at work, or I hate, there's a unicorn. There's a damn unicorn who drinks coffee, everybody. A freaking unicorn who drinks coffee. Holy shit. This is the most amazing day I've ever had. Like, what and the most average conversations are happening out there. If you want a lesson in on averageness, scroll through your news feed. And if you want to be average, read that shit nonstop. Like, just live off it. I have a mission that I want to push positive messaging through social media as much as I can to combat against the average, mediocre, cruise control stuff that is on social media, not to mention the stuff that's ultra negative. Share it, share it, share it. Beat the system. Be free. Be an entrepreneur. And I can't wait to see the day that you fire your boss or you fire yourself and you go do something that you love more. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Have a great week.